All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tonight's meeting. So, um, tonight I'm talking to you about cryptocurrencies, and I suggested some cryptocurrencies recently in some of my groups, and I want to tell you this night why it's very important that you should buy those cryptocurrencies. You should buy those cryptocurrencies. Very, very important. As you can see, if look at what Bitcoin just did. Even me personally, I didn't anticipate that move from Bitcoin and it was really, I was anticipating that when it gets like maybe like 17,200, it will hit resistance point and then it will drop a bit and it will correct. But then it got all the way to 18.5 before it started dropping again and all that. I know now, whenever Bitcoin moves like this, you should usually have some kind of effect on other coins. But the thing is that generally, in the long run, cryptocurrency is very profitable. At least Bitcoin has proven, Bitcoin has shown this, have proven this over time. So over time, Bitcoin has proven that it's a very great store of value, a great store of assets. Like if you see now, I don't know if any of you have heard about Grayscale and PayPal. Grayscale have been buying lots and lots and lots of Bitcoin. So if these big monies are buying Bitcoin, I don't know what you're still waiting for if you're not buying Bitcoin yet. And apart from Bitcoin, there are other you can store Ethereum too because from December 1st, a 20.0 will be launching, and that's going to be a boost to the value of the currency. I think I'm going to mute us. Okay. Okay, most of us are muted. Who is not muted? Okay. So that's going to be a very big boost to the value of Ethereum, of which you expect to hit $1,000 for one, and even much more. Not talk of Bitcoin. I'm expecting for it to hit 100,000 from next year. So usually it's not just about me. I'm not a fan of talking about plenty percentages if you don't even know how to get the percentages or if you don't even know how to manage the percentages. Yeah. Definitely in no time, but expect some deep in February, March, before the whole major bull run starts. So if you've not bagged some coins already, today is still early. Me, I'm a long-term holder. I can be very patient. I don't usually do the regular daily or weekly trades. I prefer to buy my coins low and sell them high. Like this year, let me tell you 3 coins that really, really, really like blessed my life this year. You see ICX. When ICX first started its boom and movement in January, I was one of the first people that bought ICX. The ICX was less than 100 sats back then. And we bought ICX. And ICX gave like 250% within 2 weeks. Another coin that really like gave me mass profit was Chainlink. I bought Link at $1.5. I bought at 2.7. And how much is Link today? Even though Link has dropped from $19, $17 to, I think I saw it trading today at $13 today. So these are the benefits of holding. Like, if you watch one of my recent videos, that I did recently about one of the things that will help you stay profitable in the coming year, you will see how I explained the different kinds of traders, and how knowing the kind of trader you are would help you to stay profitable. Because there's really no point trying to trade when you're not making profit. So if you're going to be if you are going to be a day trader, you have to devise a mechanism that make you stay profitable. And then if you are going to be 7 weeks kind of trader, or if you're going to be 1 month, short term, mid term, long term, you have to stick with the plan, because if not, there are lots of things that will shake you to want to sell at, or FOMO, fear of missing out. You'll be afraid of missing out, and then you FOMO, and then you lose your funds. Remember, there's this thing about impermanent loss when you're trading. If you buy a coin and then you've checked the fundamentals of that coin and you find out that the coin is going to do well in the long term, only for it in short term it starts misbehaving. Remember that if the value of that coin drops while you're still holding that coin, if you sell that coin at that point, your loss becomes permanent. So I now start struggling to build it back up. Now, if you look at, let me see if, let me share my screen. Sorry, let me share my screen. Okay. All right, so train it up. I want to show you some data. Because usually data would help you to see what is obtainable. Like yesterday when I was trying to use CoinMarketCap to check the chances of Bitcoin dropping anytime soon. Yeah, see, it's about 76. And I went to so I chose Bitcoin. You know, you can use CoinMarketCap to analyze your trade to know if you should hold the coin or if you should sell it. So if you come to CoinMarketCap, what you should do is you pick your coin and then you go to on-chain analysis. When you go to on-chain analysis, you see it's still loading. With on-chain analysis, you can tell if you now look at on-chain analysis of Bitcoin. Now look at the summary. In the last holders that are making money at the current price of Bitcoin, like many people are holding. Okay, let me see. You cannot hear anything. Really? Femi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's blurry. Yes, I can see, but it's not clear at all. I think someone just complained too.
Yes, I'm wondering why. Okay, just okay, just I don't know, probably it's network or something. Okay, just pay attention to what I'm saying. Just when I'm done, might be network. When I'm done, just go back to the browser version of CoinMarketCap on your phone and check exactly what I'm saying. Then if you have questions, I will just send a screenshot. I'll send screenshots for this part. So just bear with the blurriness. I don't know why it's blurry. I know. So on the browser version of CoinMarketCap, not the app. The app doesn't have these things. On the browser version, you pick a coin and you want to know whether you should still hold it or you should sell. You will see on-chain analysis for that coin. Click on it, and next thing you will see is you will see holders making money at this point. You see concentration by large holders. You see holders composition by times held. in the nasty transactions greater than $100K dollars, and then you see transaction demographics. Now, the holders making money at the current price will tell you like there's a lot of buying and selling going up at this point. Nobody's out of the trade. Like right now in Bitcoin, 99% people are holding cryptocurrency, holding Bitcoin right now. This is really like, it shows you like people are willing to hold for long term. People are really waiting for like that 100K. If it gets 100K, nobody's out. Like there's 0% out, 1% is trading at the current price, and 99% are holding. Now, out of the whole everybody holding, the 9% out of everybody that's holding they are large holders. Large holders are usually people that hold, that those that are holding like more than they're holding more than 1% of the circulating supply. So about 9% of them. Can you hear me? Hope you guys can hear me.
Yes, we can.
All right, okay. Just, I know some of you are struggling to see what I'm saying right now, but just try and go through it on by yourself when I'm done. And then I'll try to figure out why the screen is blurry for the next time. So now, holders composition by time held. Like 65% of persons have been holding Bitcoin more than 1 year, and 24% have been holding between 1 month and 12 months, and only 11% have been holding it for less than a month. And now, within the last 7 days, $48.664 billion have gone into Bitcoin, have really gone into Bitcoin, to tell you like how. So this shows you that this is showing that this is definitely going to be a long-term hold. Like if you have any bag, whether little, big, or Bitcoin, hold it tight. And if you see any drop, that's an opportunity for you to buy. That's what people don't get. If you see a coin with good fundamentals, it's very important that if you see a coin with good fundamentals, as soon as you see a drop in the market, that's the time for you to buy. There's not a time to panic. I can't emphasize this enough. Now, down on that same page, you see something like this meter in a car showing you bearish, neutral, and bullish. So right now, Bitcoin is showing bearish. So no matter what is looking, we know that we will hit 20K soon. But right now, we are still expecting more drop. Personally, I'm expecting drop in the market because the market has to correct. There are some CME gaps in the market that need to be corrected before we can go further. Though these days, nobody can trust the moment of Bitcoin. You can just set to hit 20K this night before it even start correcting. But right now, the summary of the signal showing on chain analysis is saying that Bitcoin is bearish. And same thing with the now in the money value, like people are actually like right now in the money, it's green, but the rest of it is bearish. So, which means anytime from now, you should most likely short. Hope you can hear me. Hope you can still hear me. So there's a point like, okay. Now, one of the reasons I always go for positional trading, whereby you buy and hold, is that those are the people that enjoy. Those people hardly lose money. Like when you buy and hold, like me, I've not even sold my link till now, even though link is on profit, because I'm expecting link to see $50. Like what happened to me in NMR will not happen to me in link. In NMR, I saw NMR at 22 and NMR go to 50. So I missed out on like a lot more. Something I bought at $5 and then it got $22. I sold out and NMR got to 50. So I'm not even doing that with link at all. So I'm still like holding. So most people that enjoy really enjoy the plenty percentage, apart from the ones that happen overnight, some kind of percentage that happen overnight, are those that really learn to hold. Like that you're small, like if you have like, for example now, you have little funds, maybe like $50, and you put it in a trade, you buy a single coin, that $50 can become $1,000 for you if you are patient, especially if you're holding a gem coin. Now let me use one coin for example. Let me use this coin. There's a coin, this thing, stake. Let me use stake for example. I remember when stake was like back in May, when stake was less than $1. I know stake and XOR. These are coins again that you can hold. You see stake, you see XOR. You can buy them and hold because they have very good fundamental. Even the stake has even dropped. It's now at $8. Now, if you look at the values of stake, you will see that the all-time high of stake got listed in May, and stake May of this year, and stake got all the way to all-time high of $41 in September 2nd, 2020. You know how much money that is? And stake was less than $1 when it got listed. So imagine if you are bought there and you just held. But usually when people buy coin, they expect magical returns, and then when it doesn't happen, they start panicking. That's why I used to say emotional management is very important in this thing. I can't emphasize it enough, like, because in the long run, you will still wish that you had bought. Like people that missed BTC at 4K this year, and now it is now at 17K. They didn't see it coming. They didn't see it. I know sometimes life can come into the way, and then you have to like spend the money and stuff. But at the end of the day, what gives you the profit is actually the patience, ability to wait, and ability to wait. That's what gives you the large funds. But then also, if you're going to be like a swing trader, whereby you trade for 7 days, you should also learn to accumulate your profits. Like some people make a mistake of don't enter trades when they're like up to like three green candles already, or even 2 green candles already. Like don't enter trade when that's like going up so high. Don't FOMO, because I know that chances that the coin might still do well, but it's better for you to accumulate the profits at 5% than for you to get 5% every day, than for you to aim for 100% and the goal within 7 days. And then that 100% is feasible if you're a long-term holder. But if you're a short-term holder, it is not even, almost not feasible sometimes. I'm not saying that it's not obtainable in 7 days. Some coins have given out profit like 200% within 1 day. I think this coin, Key did that. Key gave up to 250. Which other coin recently? CVC too. CVC gave profit like back to back too. So based on the recommendation I gave recently against next year, I think in that list we had ZEC, we had Dash, we had Loki, we had Uni, we had XTX, and the rest. You'll see, okay, drop a message. Okay. Based on the message I dropped. Now there are things like, one of the reasons why you shouldn't take those recommendations serious is that if you know a guy, this man named Sigatiwari, you will know that his this thing doesn't fail. You will know that it doesn't fail. Like his predictions hardly actually fails. Those recommendations came mostly from him. And look at some of the recommendations he gave in the past year. In the past year, we had this one, my meeting. Okay. Based on the recommendation that he gave in the past years, for example, he was the one that recommended this coins data in data. The very first he recommended data this year. Data did 250%. That's nice. Like I profited from that coin over and over again. Data got all the way to 1,500 sats. And today, data is trading at less than 300 sats today on Binance and other exchanges. Which is, if data has to have a very good fundamental, not like it's a very low point to buy. It's not a financial advice. I'm just saying. So between that match that he mentioned data to couple of months, 3 months later, data got to 1,500 sat. Like I kept on scooping profit out of data like water. Then we had Engine, and then we had TNT was very 30 profit was very I got profit there. It took about 200-300% before it was started having issues, and it just dropped overnight. And then today it's listed from Binance. But other recommendations have done well. So one of the reasons, Seth, that you should pay attention to those coins is that, first of all, Tika recommended it, and me usually I put like up to 80% trust on Tika's recommendation, because Tika is one person that is a positional trader. Tika is a positional trader. Tika does not do all this short term or this thing. He always, because that is how the profit is in the long term. Usually in the long term. So these recommendations is for next year. Now, the first thing that will cause a spike in the prices of those coins are embedded in all these coins. We have Dash, we have ZEC, we have XEX, we have Loki, we have Uni. Then ZEC, for example, if you look at let's look at ZEC, for example. Now it's early to buy ZEC. Let me share my screen again. Is it if we're not seeing it? But let me go to ZEC, for example. If you look at the all-time chart, sorry, I have to meet people that are just joining. Tika, okay, let me type his name. Just that he doesn't have much information anywhere. Basically, those that get information from him are those that subscribe to his channel, and then basically those that get his information, those that subscribe to channel. So channel is pretty expensive, about $5,000 per year. That's why when you say that, you tell people that you don't charge them really to give them information. It's really like him, he doesn't even, though he gave a slash this period to 25 to join it for a period of a year. But normally it's $5,000 a year, and then if you want to get other information, you can maybe join his newsletter. I mean, getting his newsletter. But it's one person that his analysis hardly fails. Please, who's annotating? His analysis hardly fails. Now, let's look at SEC. I look at the all-time high price of SEC. Now, the coins you recommend usually have fundamentals that will boost the prices of those coins. Like, those coins are not your normal ordinary coins. There's definitely something it's offering in the institution generally, or definitely there are partnerships that will definitely bring value to industries. So let's look at SEC and its all-time high, because all-time high price of a coin would show you what is the potential of that coin and within what time frame. If you look at Bitcoin as of yesterday and this morning, you will see that it was almost replicating the same thing that happened in 2017, like same pattern, same price action. Same pattern, same price action, like literally almost the same thing. Almost the same thing, and then it surpassed it. And also on the same date, if you look at it on the same date. Now, today, right now, ZK trading at 62.24 per one, and it's still very early to buy, at least up to $70-something. It's still early to buy, up to $70-something. Now, its all-time high is $5,941. That's the all-time high of SEC. Now, imagine if it doesn't even have to get to 5,000. It was in 2016. This coin got to its all-time high and it got to an all-time low this year itself in March. It got to all-time low of $18 this year in March. And between that March and now, it has gotten up back to $62. That's like up to, let's just say, more than 200, 300% from March all-time low. And all-time high is 5,941. That is the potential of what this coin can do. Like, if we ever get to its all-time high of 2016, do you know what that means? It doesn't mean personally, I don't need to get to its all-time high. It's just like just $1,000, as you know, that's fine. That's fine. So this is but then it's for the long term hold. Like those people that held what are the most of those coins? That held Link, that held VET, that's VChain, that held RSTN. I think there are about 5 coins. Like the first set of 5 coins, they gave profit between November last year and the middle of this year. So, like I said, today is too early. And one thing about people is that they don't buy those things. And when they start giving profit, they will not try to FOMO. And it's those FOMO that the thing will not come and dump on their head. I remember, like me now, I'll start booking from January. Then February, I look at the ones to close because between ending of January, February, I will expect some kind of correction in the market before we now hit the bull market full time. So this coin now, ZEC has a lot of because ZEC is a privacy coin. ZEC has lots Okay, I'm very sorry about that. Network logged me out for a while. But I hope you were following me up to some point. Where did I stop?
You were saying ZEC is a privacy coin.
Okay. Okay. Share my screen again. Sorry, me. Okay, is my screen being shared right now? Can you see my screen is blurry? No, it can't. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay. All right, let me share my screen again. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about it being blurry, but I'll fix it. Fix it for the next live class. If not, I'll just stick to my pre-recorded videos for explanations. So I need this for so you be able to ask your questions and all. Okay. So as I was saying, now, if this can get back to this all-time high, man, you will be like a lot of profit, and it's expected to do more than 1,000%. I mean, more than 1,000% in the coming year. Now, I was looking at now, most people right now, holders are actually, the people holding this coin right now are low, and people are selling. That's what caused a drop in the price. And then, but in the past 1 year plus, a greater percentage has been holding this coin, they've not sold. Even when it dropped to the lowest low, they've not sold. So I remember what I wanted to say. Another thing you should also use with CoinMarketCap is that it has a place where you can check signals. You know, I was explaining that if you've not watched my video, the video before this last one, you should go back and watch it, because it will help you a bit, especially if you're going to be trading futures. So you just know whether you should enter the futures trade. Because normally you need a confirmation in your trade. You need a confirmation to be able to enter a trade or not, especially when you're going long or when you're going short. But if you're doing normal spot trading, you can just stick with the news. You know, buy the hype, sell the news. Always, if you follow the news, you always make profits. Like, seriously, especially if you stay on Twitter. Like, if you stay on Twitter, it's enough for you to be able to make profit. So let me say my screen is blurry. But when you go to the browser version of CoinMarketCap, go to tool tab. Go to headline tab. If you go to headline tab, you see a tab called new. You see a tab, that headline tab. You still see categories for feed, news, signals, events. Now, remember, one of the things that really, if you want to make occasional, apart from your long-term holds, if you want to make occasional profit, it's good to always follow the news. And in CoinMarketCap, they've categorized it for you, signals based on news, development and updates from crypto projects. Now, if you know, if a coin is going to do like a major update on their crypto, it's going to definitely influence the price of that coin. So on that tab, you come down to signals. You see signals, you come down to signals, and another signal, you see latest updates. Like, you will know whether you should wow, and I got this coin. Wow. Now you see whether to buy a coin or to hold it. No, right now I'm seeing some information like Bitball. Bitball is on OKEx. Then you see other information. You see updates based on the network growth or the growth of a particular coin. And if you're holding a coin, this is the best place to come to now know if there's any recent news. Any recent news on any coin that you're holding, and know whether you should sell or you should buy. Like, this is where you should actually come to. I'm giving you tips that would help you on your own, like, to check. I like the way, like, Femi is always researching. Femi is always on the research and all that, which is pretty good, because in this space, information is actually what gives you the money. So if you go to, have any of you tried out Rarible, the NFTs? Like, people are making money selling digital art, which I feel like is also like one of the easiest ways to make money. If you can create a digital art and place it for sale on Rarible, for example, maybe I'll make a video on how that works. If you're able to sell your art, like maybe someone sees your art and they love your art, you can pay for it. You can charge however amount you want to charge. You can make it, because NFTs are they are unique. Okay. You see? Okay. Sorry. Oh, the screen is perfect now. Oh wow. I guess it was network then. It was network then. Okay. Yes. Twitter is very like, there's some handles like this. I don't know if any of you know about Antonio Antonopoulos. He's a Bitcoin maximalist. Like, this man has believed in Bitcoin for as long as I can remember. He has books on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like, if you want to really understand Bitcoin well and why is the future of money, you need to read that book, his book on Bitcoin, and then read his book on Ethereum. And then there's some handles that you should follow on this. So I think I'll just go to my Twitter and screenshot, because my Twitter is categorized based on my interest. So, and usually just basically crypto most of the time. So I'll just screenshot some of the handles. And another way you can also stay updated on some exchanges, handles of some exchanges. Yes. Where's my phone? Okay, let me see if I can drop some handles that you should follow. Yes, NFTs are NFTs are like rare tokens. There's only one of them. You know, you cannot send, you know the way you can send, they're called non-fungible tokens. If a token is fungible, it means they can send it from one address to another. Like, maybe you can send, let's say for example now, Ethereum is fungible, Bitcoin is fungible. You can withdraw it from one exchange to the other. But non-fungible tokens, they are unique. They are unique. You cannot just move it from one distance to the other. And then you can sell, you can sell digital art. Just create a very nice, if you look at the CryptoKitties till date, I don't even know what is so like, so amazing about those kitties, but those kitties were like what launched NFTs. You create very beautiful design, like Paul, you know how to do very, very great designs. Like, you can create very beautiful designs, and then you say, the way that people go to museums and doing all this art stuff, and people auction their art and make lots of money. That's how it is. This time around, the art is digital. You're auctioning your art on a place like Rarible.com, or if you go to OpenSea, like those of you that have Trust wallets on your phone, go to Trust Wallet on your phone. You go to that, you go up, you will see on your Trust Wallet, you see tokens, you see those ones. And the last one is collectibles. If you go there, see OpenSea, open it, you see the different, yes, you see the different arts people have been selling and the price they are selling in that. So the thing is now, how do you do this? You can do this, you can create it with Rarible. Rarible makes it very easy for you to be able to, yes, digital paintings, artworks, drawings, and all that. You can design it with your Photoshop. I'm serious, it's that simple. You can use Photoshop to design something very unique and very fine, and then you put it up for sale at this thing. NFT is really, and I think NFT is still in their very young. I don't know how long it's going to last. Just like how DeFi came and there was DeFi bubble, and then it slowed down a bit. But NFTs, like, I read of stories of people that's made lots of money just by selling digital art. It's not as if you can hold the art in your hands. They're just like fine stuff. See people like them and they pay for them. So you can check out Rarible.com, and on Rarible, let them type it here. You can use Photoshop to just create it. It's not even that. You can use Photoshop to create it. These are like different areas. Like I said, crypto is not just limited to just trading. There are different aspects to it. Okay, no, let's send it to everyone. Crypto is just the different aspects of crypto, and you can pick a part and you're doing so well in it. So you can check it out. You can check the ones that other people have done on from your trust wallets. You see collectibles. From collectibles, you go to OpenSea, you see what other people have done, and you must see like, you can even do better, say, and put it out there. But then you now learn, how do you monetize this NFTs? How do you sell them and all? Of course, there are cryptos that are or tokens that are related to all these NFTs. I think there's some tokens like a Mana. Mana, for example, Mana is trading on Binance. Mana is a token that's associated with Decentraland. Decentraland is also this thing. There's Mana. I'm trying to remember another coin. There's I think Rari. Rari is also trading on another exchange. So these tokens too, they're very good. You can trade them on exchanges for profit. So the point of I'm trying to draw is that you can check out NFTs and use Rarible.com to easily like put it up there for sale. You can check it out, especially for the creative people. That like play around the Photoshop a lot. So I'll be dropping some handles. So I wasn't recording this meeting, but to be on Facebook, sure. Those I missed it. Be on Facebook. So let me see. Okay, who is that person? Okay, the first one of the handles you should follow on one of the handles you follow up, I'll type it there. Type it here is now this particular handle has a YouTube channel too. See, I'm giving all my trade secret now. Like this is like how I just get some extra updates, but it shall help you though. Shall help you. And then if you have questions, always remember to drop it in the group. I'll attend to them. Now we look at the moon. The moon on Twitter and on YouTube. You can get updates about cryptos there. The moon is a Twitter handle you should follow, and also their YouTube channel. You can get updates there. Then since the Binance can create feud. Since the Binance is not even serious. You see? Now I'm seeing an update now on like my brother is into crypto. So he's like, of course, the last all-time high of Ethereum was 1,448. So like I said, I'm expecting it to hit $1,000 very, very soon, especially with the launch of Ethereum 2.0. So you should keep an eye. If you don't have some already, you should buy. If one of the handles I follow. They're still updated with Chainlink. So Chainlink is one project that you should stick with. Like their use cases are just so amazing. So they're amazing. Like if Chainlink drops again to $5, I'm buying it. Like I'm buying back again. Definitely. Like if it's ever make a mistake and drops $5, I'm buying back again. Then there is I'm looking for the Antonopoulos, the guy that wrote those books. His handle is you can check out his name, type his handle here he's a Bitcoin maximalist. Bitcoin maximalist, like he has been in Bitcoin for like as long as I can remember. So you can check out his handle for like Bitcoin updates. Then there's other ones that give updates about new projects. Now you can look at Whale Alert. Okay. Just type the moon. You see a green. Let me see if I can find it again. Let me see the moon. I'm coming. Well, you can still check the moon. The name is okay. Just type at. Let me just give you the at the moon. The moon pearl. Now that's the art. You see the name, the moon, with a green moon as a profile picture. Okay, it's related to crypto now. The moon, you see, then at the moon cow, that's the name. And then I'm trying to tell you now. Another thing you should follow is now there's this Twitter handle called Whale Alert. Usually we see a drop when funds leave an exchange into a personal wallet. There's usually a drop in the market, especially if that fund is large. Now, one of the things that pushed up the price of Bitcoin recently was the Grayscale was buying plenty, lots of Bitcoin. Was buying plenty of it, and I was just storing it. So there was just this. So Tina brought in institutions and the big monies around noticing crypto, and they're now coming into. I just hope you see the moon, because the moon is there. So another hand you should follow is the Whale Alert. With Whale Alert, you can easily tell if money moves from, the whales. The whales hold like 1% of all the money out there. If there's a major move, we're talking about people that move up plenty. Like now, when Whale Alert I'm seeing 28 minutes ago, is showing that 1,000 pieces, not $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. 1,000. Okay, yeah, that should be the handle. 1,000 pieces of Bitcoin. That is 17,547,543 US dollars moved from an unknown wallet to Zappo. So this will tell you, okay, if it's leaving a big exchange, a popular exchange, there might be a drop in the market because it's going to private wallets. Then if the funds are moving from wallets, unknown wallets, they usually call it unknown wallet because, of course, wallets don't come with names. So moving from unknown wallet to an exchange, just know there will be a pump, a particular coin. That particular coin is definitely move up on that exchange. So you can check out Whale Alert to. So usually you can use it to check, okay, this is the reason why there was a drop. This is the reason why there was a hike in the price. So there's one other thing I want to say. Now, Messari Crypto to gives good updates. Messari Crypto. Most of. Now, another reason why ZEC is going to really do well is because there was a halving. ZEC had this halving today. You remember the halving that happened to Bitcoin in May this year, whereby the supply of Bitcoin really reduced. The block, not supply per se, the block reward of Bitcoin reduced a whole lot, like slashed into half. We used to have block reward of 12.5 and now reduced to 6.25, meaning that's one thing that is really going to push up the price so high. What is the block reward? The block reward is, Bitcoin is gotten by mining, like that's mining electrically, not like usual, like regular gold mining. So how this thing happens is by when the miners solve a very complicated mathematics algorithm, like they solve it, whoever gets it correctly gets a block reward. So usually the block reward then was 12.5, and then after the halving it dropped to 6.25, and in the next 4 years that 6.25 again will slash again, and we'll have like 3 point something. That way. And this thing brings in, because those block reward is really what pays the miners and all that. So immediately after the halving, there was, a small shake in the market and all that. For the market that recovered, for that started, those plenty profits between June, July, August. For that saw the red market in September, October, and all that. So ZEC had its own distance today, 18th, and the block reward now reduced to 3.125. So this is the first ZEC block reward halving, and it was successful. So we should be expecting an increase in the price of ZEC very, very soon. Very, very soon. So then if you're into DeFi, There's another guy I discovered recently. If you're into DeFi, buy DeFi projects. He recommends very good DeFi projects. At least so far, so these are, I don't have anything for all these Uniswap coins anymore. Yes, those 6 coins I see. It's been I'll come and be shouting my own. I'll say, this coin is a profit too from next year. Those 6 coins is a long, it's a long time hold. It is. That is a long time hold. And looking at its all-time high, it has all-time high is up to $4,000, which 1,000 is even enough for me. I'm okay with that. So if yes is all-time high, which is $4,000, that's like plenty money. I'm telling you, what you should already know by now for this crypto space is that it's the head of this crypto space can touch. So that you can wake up to no money and realize that you're on profit. You can buy between now, like between the price now, like right now it dropped to $62. Between $62 and 75, I think 75 should be a good price to hold. $75 should be a good price to hold, to buy between, and after that it becomes more expensive. Yeah. Let me be sure. Okay, 85. Buy between, this is at $62 now, but this is $75. After that, it becomes expensive for you to buy. Now, for the other coin I didn't mention earlier, I mentioned ZEC. Yes, 85. I mentioned ZEC, of which anybody that buys now can even take out profit at 85 or stuff. Like, if you want to be taking a profit in bit, you can do that. Either you're taking in bits or you really wait for when you hit your expected price. I mentioned ZEC, I mentioned Atom. Okay, I didn't mention Atom at first. I mentioned Loki Uni Dash. What is that coin again? Now, but I didn't mention Atom. Atom is one very good coin. Like, it's one very good. I've not really paid much attention to it as Cosmos, but ZEC, Atom, Uni, that's UNI. That's the token for Uniswap. Then there's Dash, that's DA. No, not Dodge. Did I mention Dodge? No, that's why I mentioned Dodge. There's Loki. Yes, Dash. There's Loki. Loki too. Loki has been pretty slow since last year. Loki has been pretty slow, but it has been giving profit, like go up small. Like last week when Tika mentioned it, when Tika mentioned Loki last week, Loki did more than 100%. Like I think I was awake. I was awake around, because I was expecting that Tika's online class. I know that it can be very, very long. It was up to an hour, so I was awake following. And then when he dropped the information, when he dropped the Loki information, I just between as soon as he dropped it, Loki was just spiking. Loki did over 100% that same minute. So like within 5-10 minutes he mentioned it. But Loki is also a long-term hold. There is what's the other one? Okay, Uni. Uni is the one that gave us plenty. Like when they tried to drop it to everybody that have used their platform before, it was super. It really, really went a long way, people. This is not beans. The 400K is not beans. Then what's the other one? I think I mentioned Dash. Now, there are different reasons. Then Uniswap, there are different reasons why these coins are going to. Then Blockstack. Somebody was telling me today that Blockstack is really dropping. I was like, Blockstack is not a short. You've almost exhausted it. There's ZEC Atom. The last one is XTX. XTX. Now, most of this coin, you can get this coin on both you see it on KuCoin, you see it on Binance. Yeah, STX, yes. So now there's a coin I mentioned since. That coin was chosen by Germany as a major coin, Ocean. Please buy Ocean. If you've not bought Ocean, better buy Ocean. I know what I'm saying. Better buy Ocean because the Ocean has been giving profit. To give profit to drop, give profit to drop. Buy Ocean. Yes, buy Ocean. I mean, what I did was just, if I get all these things, I just remove my mind from it and go about my other parts of my life and do other things in my life. And then when you're buying all these things, set your expected profit target, because you might be busy, you might be very, very busy. Yes, you might be very, very busy, and you might hit your price and you will not see that, you not drop back again. Please, as you're buying all this stuff, if you're expecting 100% from your buy point, set up yours, check your entry price and estimate 100% from that entry price and set your sell target immediately. Don't forget, because I don't want to help show that touch of how you missed out on profit because it hit your price, but you were not there to sell off. Yes, it's a choice. You can do 50, you can do 100. You can do 50, you can do 100. Like some of like my CRV, I'm holding CRV. My own, I put my own at 250% because when the price it dropped to, I bought at 0.4. Like when the price dropped to, which is 0.4, and its all-time high was $5. But I don't want $5. I want like 2. That's like 250% for me. So yes, or do both. You can split what you have into 50, 100. Some should sell at 50, some should sell at 100, and then go your way. When it hits the price, you come back and you meet your converted version. Now, another also advice is, now sometimes after you make profit and it sells off, and convert back to Bitcoin. Your value, the profit you made might drop a bit, especially if there's fluctuation in the price of Bitcoin that day. So what I usually advise is, if you want to, when it sells off, if the coin you're buying has a USDT pair, and USDT pair is not high, like the value is not high. Sometimes pairs like BTC pair, value might be low, which is a very good point to buy, and only for the ETH pair or USDT pair to be now be high. So if the USDT pair is still reasonable, you can buy with USDT pair and set your sell target for that USDT pair, so that when your sells off, it will sell off as USDT. Now remember, USDT is a stable coin. The value will not drop. Or if you have DAI, if it has a DAI pair, DAI is DeFi stable coin. DAI is the DeFi version of stable coin. Either DAI, the DAI pair or USDT. It's just a recommendation. It's just a choice. You can use BTC pair if you want, but sometimes USDT pair might be preferable if the market is really, really volatile, because so that when it sells off, you just stay at the price it's sold off at. So now this different. One of the reasons why I'm saying that this between now and the end of next year, between now and end of next year, these coins are going to, like, ZEC is already doing its halving. Atom around March, we're expecting other profit from after this November. Now start from, well, that's what I'm saying, long-term hold. From March, you start expecting like high values from on this coin. Then March upwards. Sometimes it looks as if all these months are very far, but they're not far at all. See us now. We're in January just a few months ago, and now the year is already ending. So you can be that patient. So I think I might still share in the group. I'll just share some of the coins I'm holding. Me now, I don't stick to Binance. It's in my list. It's not my main list. CRV is one of the coins I bought, not like my major pick. I'm holding it for when it gets to $2 or 2.5, and I will not sell and make my profit. I'm holding CRV, I'm holding Uni, I'm holding XDAI. I don't stick to only Binance. I really have a very diversified portfolio. So it's not as if I don't stick to only
What's delaying? Please just record the next time.
It's unmuted themselves. So I have a very diverse site. I don't stick to Binance or OKEx or KuCoin, or if I see a very good pick, I just find the exchange where it's trading at and create an account, secure it, and then buy my stuff there. So that's as usually, but then it's safe for you to stick to 1-2 exchange. It helps you to monitor your distance well, but if you can keep track, it's up to you. So at this point, if you have a question you want to ask, any question you want to ask, so far so good. Ask me anything. We've gone for like an hour now. Ask me anything right now. Those questions you are willing to ask me now.
Yep. Good evening. Can I ask my question?
Yes, you can ask your question.
Okay. My question is concerning these coins, these recommended coins. Now, it's certain that most people are not going to have enough money to buy them.
Yeah.
So
very true.
Now
You buy one.
No. Okay. Now I'm thinking. Let me use 30,000 for example. Now, if I'm able to buy, let's say ZEC now or Dash for like 30,000 naira.
Okay.
And the thing is, I bought Dash immediately. I got those coins. I bought Dash, and ever since then, it has been going on profit, like 5-10% since the day I bought Dash. So I'm now wondering that should I sell off, or like you said that we should look long term. So now for somebody that is not having enough money to buy much, is it advisable to still hold long term, or you should be, you buy when it hits like 10%, 15, you sell when it drops again, because definitely it's still going to drop. It won't just keep going up and up and up like that. It will go up, it will come down, it will go up and here. So my question is it advisable to sell off when it goes up, then rebuy again, instead of just waiting for like months for it to get to those all-time high?
Okay, here's the thing. In a way, wow. Let's check all this point. In a way, it's your choice. Now, if you're using small phones, instead of splitting the phones into separate coins, if you can be very consistent with that, like doing what you're just doing, you can compound profit that way. Like probably, because that 30K now should be about $50-something, right? Now, if you can do that and compound profit and get to $100, if you're consistent with that, like I said, the only thing with this thing is never sell on loss. If you're not making profit, don't sell. That's the only side to it. Like if you're going to do short term, maybe short term, 7 days, 2 weeks, I know. Never sell on loss, so that you compare your profit. If it gets like maybe $100, you might end up splitting the funds into two, and checking if you can use the other phone to buy the other coin. I don't know if what I said now made sense.
Yeah.
You can compare your profit and know that if you don't want to be a long-term holder.
Okay.
Then another side to it is that you might, there's something that happened in data. I don't know if you were trading crypto then when data was doing well. That was in March. I bought data at 153 sat, and data moved from 153 sat and got all the way. Okay, it gave us in that night. It gave us 250%. Got to 400 sat. Do you know that even though data dropped, data didn't drop again back to my entry point? Even now that data is even low, data have not even dropped back to my entry point that I bought in March. Data is at 200 and something sad now. It doesn't even reach my entry point. Like, so the other side of it is that if you are doing this thing, it means that you're increasing your chances of buying at a higher price, because it might drop, but it might not drop back to your entry price. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
It might not drop back to your entry price again. So it's more like you're now buying more. You have more, but you're not buying at a bit higher. It might drop, but you might miss that, unless it drops, like after you sold and got your profit, and when it drops almost your entry price, or drops even lower than your entry price. That's when it's okay. That buying is fine. It's okay. Because data will go up and drop, but it never came down to my entry price. Like just straight up holding of data from my buying point of 153 to 1,500 sats. That was over 10x. That was over 10x, 10 times. How much is 10x? About 14x, 4 times the price. Just simply hold, of which of course I was selling off. I was maintaining my entry point. I was just taking out the profit, and I was leaving my capital there. I'll take out my profits, leave capital, leave capital, and then buy back again if it drops. But it's never dropped my entry price again. So you have your options. Either your company profit, make sure you sell when you're on profit, don't sell when you're on loss, and then compound the profits. But bear in mind that you might not get your again. It's possible that if there's a drop, if there's a correction in the market, it might not drop back to your entry price, the first entry price again. Or if it drops to it, even good, you buy back again and then you compound your.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I hope that helped.
Yeah, very well.
Okay. You're welcome. Welcome. So okay. The thing is, coming next year, I'm going to increase all my charges on my thing next year, because I know that this is going to be very nice. It's very beautiful. People that start looking for this thing to go and learn stuff. And then, mind you, if you refer anybody, there's 50% for you in the person's money. If you refer anybody, pay the original money, not the discounted price. Pay the main money. Get your 20%. Okay. Cross-chain. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to answer that question. May I answer that question later? So I'm not mixed up, because I'm almost about to mix it up with doing arbitrage. I want to be very sure whether it's different, the same thing as doing arbitrage, or it's different. I'll answer that question later. I'll explain it better later. So any other question?
Yes. I want to ask on a question about because there was a new coin I was listening to the advert in the daytime. That was around in the morning. The coin was I think a coin or so. So what do you have to say about that? I think it's a new
coin.
Yeah.
I will have to go through it and check their fundamentals. Even though the only challenge I have with new coins is that they don't really have much fundamentals for you to check. But then, because over time has a way of proving those points. Because they might have a good community, have a good technical paper, have all those things for this thing. Maybe drop the name so I can check.
Okay, is it
I can check it out.
by Econ? Yes, created.
Who asked this question now? So I will know. Okay, Acorn. Oh, okay. That Acorn's cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Well, I feel the hype. His celebrity status is really sell the coin. I don't think he will mind. I don't think he will. I don't think he will really allow it to be a shit coin. He has been working on that coin for over 2 years now, but it's not. I've been hearing about working towards it for over 2 years now. I don't think he would. First of all, his celebrity status will sell that coin, and then I think he's already having partnerships also. And for the fact that he said it on a very good exchange, Bitrate, says a lot.
Yeah.
Says a lot. So I don't know, and a very good price at that matter. Most coins that get listed at less than $1. I think he listed at a very high price, right? I've not checked it out. But I think listed at over $20 or so for one.
Okay. Then what are these Google crypto? The one owned by Google.
Which one?
I think B21 or so. B21 Invest. I think B21 Invest, owned by Google.
Really? Can I drop the name of the coin so that I'll check it out and drop the information later? Please, who is the person asking the question? What's your name?
Justice.
Huh? Justice.
Yes.
Okay. Drop the name. I'll check it out.
I'll send it to you later. WhatsApp. Yes.
All right.
I'll send it to you on WhatsApp later.
All right. I'll do a brief listening on it and then give you information. Then someone has a question here. What is leverage trading?
Right.
And okay, yeah. Leverage trading. I don't know if you watched the last video I did. I did a video on futures. It's margin trading and futures. They use similar pattern. Now, leverage trading is when it's using small equity to trade like you are trading with big equity. So you're leveraging, you're using small equity to trade like plenty contracts, like saying you have only $10, but you want to trade like you are trading with $100. So you make profit based on your leverage position. Like on this thing now, margin or futures, you will see a place for you to select the leverage. 5x, 10x. If you're saying 5x, you mean like you're trading as if you're trading with like 5 times the amount you're trading with, which means you're expecting profit within that range. Same thing with 10x. There's also what we call cross margin. On BitMEX, it's called cross leverage, whereby but cross margin or cross leverage is like high risk, because first of all, you cannot adjust your, what do you call it again now? You can't adjust your margin. But on futures, it's known as cross margin, and then the one that you can adjust the margin is called isolated margin, whereby you can easily adjust it. Like you can add or remove margin if you are about to get liquidated. So in leverage trading, it's not like sports. The difference between leverage trading and spot trading is that spot trading is that you're buying low to sell high. In spot trading, if you buy low and it's just lower than you bought, you are on loss, of which your loss is not permanent until you sell off at that loss. Now, in leverage trading, you can make profits either ways the market is going. Whether the market is going up or down, the market is going up, it's called long your trade. If you're going down, it's called short. You short your trade. But the main thing about leverage trading is that you have to predict which way the market is going. The market is going to go up, you long it, it's going to go down, you short it. But then in leverage trading, you have to be if you don't use stop loss and take profit in your spot trading, you must use it in leverage trading. If not, you will get liquidated. It's not like spot trading whereby the value of your coin will keep on dropping, and you can leave it there with hope that it's going to increase in the future. But with leverage trading, there's what you call liquidation point, like a point whereby that trade drops to or goes up to, and you lose the equity for that trade. Take, for example, now, you enter, I wish I can log into my Binance now so I can show you. You enter with, let's just say, for example, now you enter the trade. You enter the trade with $50. Maybe you had $100 in your balance, and then you enter with $50. And you use $50 to enter the trade. You find out, okay, let me just say, for example, now, you enter, let's just say the price of Bitcoin now is at 17.7, for example. I don't know exactly what the price is right now. And you entered the trade only and you expect it to drop to like maybe 16,000. Now, if you're shorting the trade, they will give you a liquidation point above your entry price. The liquidation point will be above because you are predicting that the price of Bitcoin will drop. But what if it goes against your prediction and goes high instead? So since you enter at 17.7, the liquidation point might be at 18,000. Of which now your stop loss will now be, your stop loss is that price whereby you minimize your loss if your prediction doesn't go as planned. So now the stop loss will now be between your entry price and your liquidation price, so that you don't lose everything if your prediction doesn't go as planned. Am I making sense? Is it making sense?
Yes, it is. I understand what you're saying.
Okay. So basically, it's okay. I'm coming, Sam. Basically, leverage trading is good because you can easily, all this madness that Bitcoin has been doing, like most people didn't even predict, didn't see this last increase coming. Everyone was scared of what the market was moving, so they just say stay away from trades and all of that because it can just easily go against you. But they just say you can easily make. They just say if you are a regular futures trader, you can easily make $20 every day. But you know that the way you make $20, you can also easily lose it. Lose it just by wrong prediction, just by wrongly predicting the move of that coin. So that's why leverage trading is risky. But then if you're going to leverage trading, always stick with little leverage. Like don't over leverage, like using 20x or 25x or 50x or even 100x. Like one foreign guy came into my DM. I was telling him he was saying he's looking for a place where he can trade 100x. I was like, well, what are you doing 100x? That's what he has been. That is how he has been making his money. I was like, but that's very super risky. So you stick with 5x, 10x, and take out your profit from there. But just make sure that you don't joke with your stop loss, you don't joke with your take profit, and you keep an eye on your liquidation price so you don't get liquidated. So if you're using isolated margin now, if you're trading futures, always make sure you can, if you're losing, like your prediction is not working out well, you can increase your margin. So that increasing margin will help you increase your liquidation point, of which, like if you are a BitMEX trader, I don't know if any of you have heard about BitMEX. BitMEX is like they are the owners of leverage, like margin trading. Most people that make the whales that trade leverage, that's what they use. Either they are doing Bybit or they are doing BitMEX, because BitMEX have Bybit that strictly leverage platform. You can't trade spot there, just strictly leverage platform. And all that, like literally every day, any market misbehaves, there's always lots of liquidation on these two exchanges, more than any other exchange, more than even futures exchanges. So, okay, what's the name of this coin? Bitcoin Vault, BTV. Well, in the short term, in short term, let me give one last expo before I go away. One last expo that would also help you. Bitcoin Vault in the short term would give you at least, I think, 40%, 50% profit. It's a long-term hold, but there's also value. There's also profit in the short term. I'm not holding BTC, but I believe it should be valuable. I'm not holding it. Though it's not financial advice though, but listen, I want to show you something that might help you to make, it's not as if this website is not really like it's a financial advice per se, but you might decide to try it. If it works for you, this will help you to be able to trade in 7 days range. Check out this website. I told you these days, life is getting easier. You might nomics.com. I don't know if any of you have heard about this website. Nomics.com will help you trade within 7 days and make profit. Like you might decide, I don't know if any of you, can you see my screen? Is it still clear?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, it's
Okay. Okay. Now, this website now.
It is.
Okay. This website collects data across different platform channels and everything to be able to give you information. Now, look at this place now. Let me see if I can annotate. Now, look at this place. This place here. Now, you can't see this on the mobile browser. You have to change your Chrome to desktop browser on your phone so that you'll be able to see the 7 days prediction. You will see other things, but you won't see 7 days prediction. Now, according to this website right now, each 7 days prediction is telling you that next 7 days, which is exactly between what's today's date? Okay, they usually give me the dates. 7 days from today. Now let us look at Bitcoin, saying that, let's see the dates given. That between today is 18, between 18 and 24th of November, that the price of Bitcoin will hit $20,000. Now I'm giving you a secret that will help you too. This website is not as if it's a financial advice per se, but it's leveraging on information across platforms, social media, and all that, exchanges, to give you a prediction. This is a prediction, 7 days prediction. So you can try this website out and see if it will work for you. Like you will see current price and expected price in 7 days, whether to go up or down. Maybe you might try it out and change 1 or 2 coins. Like usually what I used to do is I'll go and check I'll just go through the first 100 personally, not like my personal thing I just play with. I'll just go to the first 100 coins, maybe pick 1 or 2, and then try out the signals and all that. So usually, sometimes the price might not hit the copy price, but to actually to go up. If you're expecting to go up, it will hit it to an extent. Sometimes it hits the exact and even passes itself. So you might try out this website. It gives you 7 days prediction, but not on all the coins though. For most of the coins, like now, you will not see it on compound die and die like on some coins. So maybe you just come maybe top 100 coins or top 200 coins and pick 1 or 2. Now look at the expected predictions for Chainlink. It's predicting that Chainlink will drop to $12 in the next 7 days. It's predicting that Litecoin will go up to $92 in the next 7 days. So you could try it out, maybe with just a little funds to see how it works, whether it's going to work for you and all that. So this is my last expo for tonight. Okay, you asked about Bitcoin Vault. Wow, it went up to 102. I think I saw this coin last few days ago at $80-something. Now it's $102. Oh. So the expected price now is in less than 7 days, even 114. So if you're holding this coin, you're expected to make 10% plus gain between now and 24th between now and 24th of November. So this is just basically a data website. Could help you make if you want to be doing short term 7 days trades for profit. You can use this to know whether you should buy the coin or not to buy the coin in the next 7 days, or whether you can make 7 days profit. Additionally, sometimes the profit margin don't need to be much. Like if you look at this Kyoto now, you say the profit margin is low, but it's to be a price change of, isn't expected to like drop, like small price change. Small price change. So I hope this was helpful. This was helpful, right?
Yes, it was. Thanks so much.
Okay. Zach prediction. Let me check for Zach. Type it. Let's see. Let's see what it's saying for Zach. You can even subscribe to your newsletter and get notifications in your mail. Some things have gotten a bit easier. So 7 expedition is actually $68 in the next 7 days. Right now it's at $62. For Zach, yes, the 7 expedition is $68. So it's expected to do up to, that's how many percent? About 2% profit in the next 7 days. So you can use this, but you know that for you to see the predictions, the dates, you have to use, like once that they go, you have to change your browser, your mobile browser to the desktop view. Or you can just click on the coin and then look at the highlights, data from the market, the way the market cap, volume, and all that is showing. So that's that for today. Any more questions? And we're done. If you have any thing that you want, like maybe learn about, I could just do pre-recorded videos for them and upload and then send the link to the group so that you would learn more. Any other question? So we're done for tonight. Okay, let me see.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
You're welcome.
Great.
You're welcome. So, all right. Good night, everybody. See you some other time.